Hey guys, so welcome to Own Your Money with Malipedi M. I am Malipedi M, and the topic that we are discussing today is it's very necessary, and at the same time it's a bit sensitive, okay? It also requires me to have red lips and to wear my captain hat because I am a captain of my life, okay? We are talking black tax. Guys, black tax is a thing. Black tax is real. Woo! And black tax will finish you. Yay, manako khai. Black tax will finish you unless you set boundaries. And it's very hard because as a younger generation of people who are not privileged, obviously when you are privileged and when you have rich parents, they don't do no black tax. They have their own millions, they have their own businesses, they're taking care of their children. But for the rest of us who grew up in the townships, who went to school through our parents' sweat, and we know they were sweating and they were trying to give us the best. And for the rest of us, for your girl who's from the villages, I mean, really, you know the struggle is real, financial struggles are real, and you have to give back what you are making to, to your mom or your dad or your siblings, right? So now, the sensitive thing about it is that you want to end the cycle of poverty, and your parents spend all of their energy and all of their resources educating you. Now they are sort of expecting you to actually take care of your siblings, pay school fees for your siblings, buy them food, buy them clothes, oh my gosh, even buy them phones and stuff like that. But then you also have your own dreams. You also know where you need to be and in a certain period of time. And maybe you even have peer pressure that, okay, now my friends are doing this, I want to do that. And maybe you even want to get married, but like you're not financially well, you're not financially stable. So you're just going to strain your spouse. Stop it, okay? So now you earn 20,000 rand or even less, and you live in an apartment that you actually rented. You have to pay for a car. You have to buy petrol. You have to invest your money. At the same time, you have to take a portion of your money back home to support your family. It's a very strenuous thing. It's a very sensitive topic in that we sort of have to do this as a way to pay it back. But at the same time, there's a concept of actually paying it forward, which I personally believe in. But at the same time, you're not going to let your sisters or your brothers suffer and not have jerseys during winter. And like, what kind of a monster are you? I know you're not that kind of a monster. So you have a heart, and you're gonna be like, no, I will sacrifice and I will do this. So what I have seen is that parents sometimes abdicate their responsibility once their first born starts working, and they now feel like, okay, Pepe will take care of Puleng and Dineo and Pulani, and there's like a lot of them. So you're like, whoa, my goodness. But because it's a sensitive topic, I want to approach it with that sensitivity. So I think the best way to do it is for you, because once you get a job, all of a sudden your parents or your family think you are a millionaire. And it's like, no, at this job, it's an entry level job. I earn less than 10,000 rand, or I earn 10,000 rand or less than 20,000 rand, whatever your bracket is at. And I won't be able to take care of the whole family because I also have student loans that I actually have to pay for. Like, it's a whole situation, okay? So what I would actually ask you to do is you can go home and have a conversation to say, it's not like I don't want to help out, but these are the kind of expenses I'm actually dealing with. These are the dreams that I have, and this is my salary. Once they start seeing your expenses, and I'm not saying you should be including things like doing my nails every month or going to the spa every month. Those are not necessities, especially if you come from a poor background. Yes, you want to live a nice life, and yes, you want to start doing these things that you were seeing on TV and you were dreaming about, but at the same time, you're going to look like a monster when you do all of those things, and like your younger sister is barefoot. It's like, Kante, what's going on? Okay. And also put the gram on the side, put the social media on the side, and now focus. Okay. Dig in. Go home, talk to them, tell them, this is my rent. This is that. And then they start seeing your expenses. They start seeing, I'm not saying you should show them your salary if you don't feel comfortable doing that, but I would. And then you show them, this is what's happening. So I will be able, and then select a portion of where you will be able to help. I will be able to help Puleng with her high school fees. And I will be able to help Puleng with whatever it is that you help him Puleng with, okay? Clothes and stuff. And in December, I will be able to buy food and to buy them clothes, right? But during the whole year, my focus is on Puleng. So all the energy that you as my parents were spending towards me, can you now redirect to Pulani or to Tabo or to Dimpo? You know what I'm saying? And also be that child, man. When they're not expecting it, you know, holla back with like 1,000 rand. They get happy. They're your parents and you want to make them happy as well. You want to make your siblings happy. I'm not saying your siblings should now start feeling like they are entitled to your money and they're like, no, buy me an iPhone. Hey, Edodo, I also don't even use an iPhone. You don't work. These things you will buy when you work. And also, as our generation, we need to stop pleasing or falling into trap of a peer pressure mentality or a situation where you feel like now because you have a job you must be driving a German chariot, or in my case you must be driving a Tesla, okay, because Tesla is the only car that I consider a car. So like now you feel like you must be in this, and then you overextend yourself financially. Oh, while you know very well that at home they would appreciate even like 1,000 rand. But now you want to pay an installment of 10,000 rand for a car. Like think about it. Like you can get a small car, pay maybe 5,000 rand, and then this other 5,000 rand break it down with your expenses and home, like your family, how to take care of your parents. So I'm like, it's a sensitive thing in such a way that we know it sets us back as people of culture, of what black generation, black people, okay. It sets us back in that we really wanna, people of color, guys, what did I say, people of culture, what's going on? Jesus, okay. Okay, people of color, now it sets us back as people of color, because now instead of us moving forward or paying it forward, we literally pay it backwards. We are here supporting and taking care of our families, while we should be doing worthwhile things with our lives and with our money, and maybe investing or saving or getting our dreams in line, or the things that we would really love to do, or maybe going back to school or doing whatever that you wanted to do. But now, because you have to take care of your family back home, you can't necessarily be doing the stuff that your white counterparts are doing. You can't be like this person who's popping and doing all of these nice things, going to the massages every weekend, having high tea parties every Saturday or Sunday. Like you can't do those things because now, or even live in a fancy apartment. You can't do those things because now you have to share your salary between your expenses and your family back home. So I am not saying you should not help your family. You should, but you should put a barrier to say, okay, this is what I'm going to help you guys with. As for the aunties and the aunts and the whoever, whoo, guys, I am in that situation. My aunt and my uncle, when they see me, they see money. Like, hey, refechelete, hey, this, like, all the time. Hey, lerato hana dieta, hey, mama hana. I'm just thinking, guys, I am trying to put my life together. I can't now be supporting your family while you're not doing anything. Like, these are the things that you must talk to them. I talked to them and I was like, no, I will be able to help here. I won't be able to help there. And then all of a sudden this year, everything eased down, right? So my cousin, because now they don't have access to me the way they used to do, they now shifted to my cousin. My cousin just graduated and he found a good job. Hey, they're sitting him here. They're here. He's working really hard. They're just like, to the point where I didn't know that they shifted the attention to him. But now he called me saying, you know what? I need your help. What needs to be done? I was like, yo, wanako khai. These people were on me. Now because I have set the boundaries, I have communicated with them and I have told them what I can do and what I can't do. Then they shifted to him because he's still young. He doesn't have the responses that I have. So they're like, nah, let's sit on this one. He's like, he's been helping them. But now it's getting a little bit hectic because most of the time they borrow money. They don't bring it back. So I'm like, no, the code borrow, the word borrow, it's not borrow. They will not bring it back. So here's the thing. If you want to lend them money, you must actually lend them the amount of money that you're not going to miss. If they ask for 500 rand and if you feel like 500 rand is too much for you, now give them 200 rand and move on. But now it has gotten to the point where it's out of hand. So all you need to do is to sit them down and show them your expenses, show them your salary. And once they start seeing how you spend your money, your own money, they will ease up on you because they're thinking you're single, you don't have a child, you're popping, you don't have student loans. So what are you doing with your money? I mean, that's what black parents think. What are you doing with your money? But now the moment you start sitting down with them and showing them what you're really doing with your money, then they will start easing up on you. And once in a while, hala back nyana with like 500 rand, 1,000 rand, and be like, hey, I got you. But what I'm saying is we also shouldn't abdicate our responsibility of making sure that our younger sisters and brothers, our siblings are taken care of, especially if we know that our parents are struggling. If you know that your parents have been struggling to get you through school, you should also be at the position to help because they invested everything in you so that you are at a position to help at home. But at the same time, don't do it to your demise. Okay, you must go to them and explain how you'll be able to help. Don't be a stingy person as well. Don't be like, no, I want to wear Louis Vuitton heels, so yeah, I won't be able to help because yeah, I'm driving a Merc or I'm driving a Porsche, so I know this helping business is not my thing. So I think the best thing to do is for you to go home, sit down with them, communicate with them, and show them what you can do. As for the auntie, and so you will see them in December. Okay, you'll be like, oh, 200 rand. Here's the 200 rand. Go buy yourself, I don't know what, vodka or whatever. Like, be present but not overly present. I like what Trevor Noah says in his book, that his mother literally was like, no, stop thinking about black text. Stop thinking about what you can do for us now. Go build yourself. Once you have built yourself and you are big and you are financially stable, then you can start thinking about back home. I was like, Oh my gosh, I wish parents would actually say that to us, to say, we give you time to sort your life out, and then you can come back and do the things that you want to do for us while you are now financially stable. And I mean, Trevor right now, I mean, he's popping, so he's able to buy his mother a car or a house, whatever. I mean, really, the guy bought $10 million penthouse in Manhattan. Okay, not just any place, not in Brooks, not in Queens, no, in Manhattan. Okay, so you see, that also assisted him in getting himself to a certain level that he wanted to, because now no one was pulling out from him. But because some of our parents are not going to understand that they will be pulling out from us, it's important that we speak to them, we discuss this thing, so that we minimize the rate of black tax. Okay, so I hope this video is helpful, and hit me up and tell me what you do with black tax and how you handle it, because I know a lot of us are going through a whole lot of black taxing. Okay, hit me up in the comments. Let's talk about this. Let's keep the conversation flowing. Subscribe on the tube and like on the Facebook. See you next time with my red lips and cap time. Hey.